Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of hormones, specifically testosterone, and how it secretly shapes your thoughts, feelings, and even the ways you might sabotage yourself. This is not your average science video. It's an investigative guide into the unseen forces behind your mood, empathy, and mental habits. Are you ready to uncover the powerful impact of testosterone on your everyday life? Let's get started. Have you ever wondered why some days you wake up confident and unstoppable, and others you're plagued by doubt and low mood? The mystery often lies beneath the surface, in your hormones, particularly testosterone. But what if I told you testosterone is more than just the male hormone it's labeled as, and that its power for shaping your mind goes far beyond the gym? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on this misunderstood molecule. We'll explore how it tips the scales on your mood, alters your ability to connect emotionally, and can play both hero and villain when it comes to success. Think of this as the inside story your biology never told you until now. Ready to challenge what you think you know about your brain and behavior? Let's begin our journey at the emotional core. Let's start with the science. Testosterone isn't just a guy thing. It plays a crucial role in both male and female bodies, regulating everything from energy levels to how you process emotions. When testosterone levels are balanced, people report more happiness, confidence, and an edge in bouncing back from setbacks. But dip too low, and the opposite can happen: irritability, sadness, and even signs that mimic depression. The plot twist? These emotional shifts aren't your imagination. They're biochemical signals, powerful enough to change the story of your day. Suddenly, feeling off might have a chemical culprit. But what are the actual mechanics in your brain behind these mood swings? Researchers have discovered that testosterone interacts closely with neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, your brain's chemical messengers for motivation, pleasure, and emotional stability. Dopamine gives you that hit of excitement when you accomplish a goal, while serotonin keeps you calm and balanced. Testosterone can boost the effect of these chemicals, lifting your spirits and helping you tackle new challenges. But there's a caveat. If your hormones are out of sync, this fine-tuned orchestra falters, leading to emotional instability. That roller coaster of moods? There's now science behind the sensation. But how does this translate to your day-to-day behavior and relationships? Testosterone's influence doesn't stop at just making you happier or moodier. It has a unique impact on your cognitive empathy, the ability to tune in to others' emotions. Some studies find that high testosterone levels might reduce your knack for reading subtle social cues, especially in women with certain genetic backgrounds. Imagine trying to decode a friend's mood, but finding the emotional signal fuzzier than normal. That's the hormone at work. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. These effects aren't the same for everyone. In some people, testosterone leaves empathy untouched. So what makes the difference? The answer often lies in the interplay between biology and early development. Science shows the influence of testosterone on empathy differs based on your prenatal hormonal environment. Something as quirky as the length ratio of your index and ring fingers can provide clues. Known as the 2D for D ratio, a lower value may suggest higher fetal testosterone exposure and, in some cases, reduced cognitive empathy later in life. But scientists are still debating the details. Some studies contradict these findings, suggesting the relationship is far from straightforward. Is empathy destined by biology, or can we override it? That's the psychological cliffhanger. Let's step back and look at the complexity. Emotional control isn't just about your mood. It's your ability to manage anger, sadness, and stress in real time. Testosterone plays both champion and saboteur here. In teenagers, a surge in testosterone seems to boost emotional control. Think quicker recoveries from upsets and more mature decision-making. But as we shift into young adulthood, something flips. Suddenly, testosterone can make emotional responses more intense, increasing risk-taking or impulsivity. It seems the same hormone can be both your emotional armor and your Achilles heel. Why does this change happen? Neuroscientists have mapped this shift to changes in brain circuitry. In adolescence, higher testosterone can strengthen the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive HQ, helping you analyze and control emotions. As we age, testosterone starts to tip the balance toward the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm center. The result? In young adults, emotions flare quicker, and self-control sometimes takes a back seat. This biological plot twist changes how we react under pressure, handle relationships, and chase goals. But it's not just testosterone acting alone. Another silent player enters the scene. Meet cortisol, the stress hormone. In the drama of emotional regulation, testosterone and cortisol often face off, shaping how you process fear, anger, and challenge. When testosterone is high but cortisol stays low, you might feel unstoppable, driven to act boldly and think clearly. But crank up the cortisol, and even sky-high testosterone can't protect you from emotional overwhelm. The interplay between these hormones can predict patterns of self-sabotage, like procrastination, snapping under pressure, or backing down when stakes are highest. So, could your setbacks be a hormonal tug-of-war you never knew about? Let's make it real with an example. Imagine two athletes. One feels unstoppable under competition stress. The other freezes or lashes out. Often, it's not just mindset, it's hormonal balance at work. Research in elite sports shows that winners often have optimal testosterone to cortisol ratios, allowing both sharp focus and emotional agility. Conversely, a mismatch can lead to emotional meltdowns or self-destructive behaviors. This isn't just about sports, it echoes in everyday life, maybe at your job, in relationships, or chasing your personal goals. Could adjusting your internal chemistry be a secret weapon for resilience? But science isn't always clear-cut. The effect of testosterone on empathy and emotion varies not just by gender, but across individuals, cultures, and even study methods. Some researchers find strong patterns, others see none at all. Why the chaos? Human behavior is a vast puzzle, with hormones, environment, upbringing, and experience each claiming a piece. The real story: your mind isn't controlled by just one molecule, but an endless, often unpredictable dialogue between biology and experience. The suspense keeps building. If biology isn't destiny, what can you change? If you're thinking, so, am I stuck with my hormones? The good news is, not at all. Your choices, environment, and even daily routines can influence hormonal balance. Regular exercise, quality sleep, strong social bonds, and mindful stress management all play crucial roles in shaping your emotional landscape. In other words, you have more power than you think. It's about partnering with your biology, not fighting it. Ready to discover how you can shape your hormonal environment for emotional resilience? Let's get practical. Here are some starter practices. Exercise, especially resistance training, is proven to boost testosterone naturally, delivering mood and mental clarity benefits. Prioritizing sleep is vital, since poor rest can crash both testosterone and serotonin levels, spiraling you into a funk. Simple acts of connection, like heartfelt conversations or helping others, also elevate your hormonal profile. Even breathing exercises and daily gratitude can buffer stress, cutting cortisol's edge and helping your emotional control circuitry stay strong. It's a lifestyle upgrade backed by science. But what about those of us who seem stuck repeating the same self-sabotaging patterns? The truth: emotional and mental blocks are often rooted in both life experience and hormonal currents. Here's your mission: start observing when you feel most energized, most irritable, or emotionally disconnected. Chart these patterns with your habits, stressors, and sleep. Over time, you'll start to notice connections. Maybe low mood follows poor sleep, or empathy drops after a stressful week. This self-awareness is the first step in mastering, not just surviving, your mind-body connection. So, the next time you find yourself battling self-doubt, wrestling impulse, or struggling with empathy, remember, the answer might be written in your hormones as much as your habits. Testosterone is neither hero nor villain, but a dynamic force you can learn to harness. Your unique cocktail of brain chemistry, experience, and choice unlocks the potential to rewrite your emotional script. The science is clear. You don't have to be a passive character in your own story. Will you take the first step to become the author of your emotional destiny? And there you have it. The surprising ways testosterone shapes not just your body but your mind, your emotions, and even your self-sabotaging habits. If you learned something new or have your own story about how hormones affect your life, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed guides to mastering your mind. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.